All right, you guys, today I'm going to be reading you Clifford the Big Red Dog book, The Costume Contest. This is by Maria Galvin and illustrated by Steve Hackle. It was the day before Halloween. Cleo and T-Bone were excited. "I can't wait to go trick-or-treating," said Cleo. "And I can't wait to dress up," said T-Bone. Clifford didn't say anything. He didn't have a Halloween costume. "I'll help you find a Halloween costume," said Emily Elizabeth to Clifford. Emily Elizabeth took Clifford to the store. At the store, Clifford tried on a hat and glasses, but they were too small. Next, Clifford tried on bunny ears and a bunny tail, but they were too silly. "You don't need a costume," Clifford said. Emily Elizabeth, "You're perfect just the way you are." Clifford didn't think so. He really wanted a costume. The next night was Halloween. Everyone met in the village center to go trick-or-treating. They showed off their colorful costumes. Emily Elizabeth was a pirate, and Cleo was a witch. T-Bone was a superhero, and Matt was a lion. Clifford was still Clifford. He didn't have a costume, so he was hiding. "Where's Clifford?" Cleo asked. "If he does not come soon, he will miss all the fun," said T-Bone. Emily Elizabeth and her friends stopped at each house in the village. "Trick or treat," they all said. Matt did a trick, and everyone got a treat. "It's too bad that Clifford is missing all the treats," said T-Bone. After trick-or-treating, they went to Emily Elizabeth's house to carve pumpkins. Emily Elizabeth carved a great big one. "This pumpkin is for Clifford," she said. "This pumpkin will make a perfect hiding place," Clifford thought. Clifford crawled into the giant pumpkin. "Now I can watch the party," he said. Clifford peered out of the big two eyes. But soon Clifford grew tired. "This pumpkin is too small for me," Clifford said. Then he had an idea. He carefully dug 5 holes in the pumpkin. The holes were just big enough for Clifford's leg and his tail. Now he could stretch out. He could even walk around, and that was much better. Meanwhile, Emily Elizabeth and her friends were blobbing for apples. "It's time for the costume contest. Let's go," she said. They all went out on the front lawn. They stood in a line for the costume contest. Mr. and Miss Howard were the judges. "Look, it's Clifford," called Emily Elizabeth. "I knew that you would find a costume," she said to Clifford. Clifford looked at himself in the big window. He did not see a big red dog. He saw a big orange pumpkin instead, and he barked happily. He had a costume after all. Clifford was just in time for the contest. Emily Elizabeth's costume was most adventurous. Charlie's costume was the scariest. Clifford's costume was the biggest. "Clifford, you won first prize," said Mr. Howard. Clifford was very proud and very happy. After the costume contest, Clifford's friends shared their Halloween treats with him, and that made him much, much happier.